Opening drive, 12 plays, 64 yards, gets Dayton into the end zone. 6-yard Clark rushing touchdown. And Dayton kicks it deep and running back at the 3 all the way to his toenails touching the end line. The return comes from the far side, works to the 10, outside of the numbers at the 20, and a very nice return considering where he started for the senior linebacker, Dalton Conant. And Conant makes a nice return from the 1 back to the 28-yard line.
He really put on the burners because he had 4 guys that had him corralled, and he took 1 step forward and then said, you know what, I'm out of here. And it looked like he picked up a lot more yardage than it looked like he was running because he had the guy out, was flanked outside of him, and he still beat him.
Down 7-0. Nyssa starts from its own 28-yard line. 3:21 left first quarter. Under center with 2 fullbacks and a deep back. The handoff from Wagstaff goes left side, and after an initial movement, thrusted back. The ball carrier, Austin Castro, is tackled, and a huge hit coming from the linebackers.
That Tony Alvarez plugged that gap. He said, you're not running here. That was an amazing hit by Tony Alvarez.
Nyssa, an 11-0 team with the football, and made it here after an opening round victory over Illinois Valley 48-10 before beating San Am Christian 29-0. And after a gain of 1 on the first play from scrimmage, 2 receivers go out to the left side, and now an offside eye Castro's leading the way for a deep back. Under center, Wagstaff rolls to his left, looking to throw with his right arm. There's no one downfield. Gets wrapped up. He breaks out of the pressure and then moves forward past the 25 and only absorbs about a 3-yard loss on the far side. Tackle made by Jared Ashley and others.
And Wagstaff did a nice job of toughness there, fighting through. He didn't force the ball downfield, didn't see what he liked. His offensive line slid all the way over to the hash mark and gave him good protection. They just couldn't sustain it that long.
Ended up being a loss of 2 because of the extra effort. So a 3rd down and 11, 3 and out on the first drive. Nyssa trying not to have the same fate on drive number 2. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, down 7-0. Offset eye to the right. Wagstaff, receiver either side. Gets under center. Play action. Sets up on the left side, throws back to his right. The reception is made just shy of the 25 to Justin Simpson, who's tackled just to the 20-yard line, to the 30-yard line, where he's wrapped up by Alvarez again. Short of the first down, only picked up 3.
And that was such a heads-up play by Tony Alvarez. He had penetrated and was going to go for the sack, felt the screen and retraced his route and was right where the ball was thrown. Great job by him.
So Wagstaff stays in the game on punt formations. He becomes a wing back on the right. Bates is back to kick it away on 4th and 9. Rolls to his right and boots it from the 20. A spiraling kick. Hops once at the Dayton 34, goes forward and rolls past the 30, down at the 26. And this time is a 44-yard effort for the Nyssa kicker.
And Angel Castellanos down to get that ball right before it went out of bounds. And a good job by the punter holding on to that ball, letting his coverage team get downfield. Earn rewards, exclusive discounts, and preferred rates with a U.S. Bank package. Choose a silver, gold, or platinum checking and create a package with the features that are right for you. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. See Banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank, National Association aid, member FDIC.
Dayton leads 7-0, minute 6 remaining first quarter. Second possession for the leaders, starting from the 26 with the first handoff is to Clark, and Osborne wraps him up just after a gain of 1 right through the middle. Dayton, out of the West Valley League, finished a perfect 11-0. And now it's up to his quarterback, Darren Ashley, to lead another touchdown drive, breaking the huddle and sending Corwin Hyatt to the left. In the middle of the line and him is Jared Ashley, 2 receivers to the left, and Clark the deep back. Penalty marker comes out, and Clark is hammered down at the 23, lost a couple of yards as Tyler Osborne, usually been the guy who's making the tackles, but that time it was Ishmael Martinez.
And you see a guy like Osborne in the backfield penetrate. You see those guys, they look like running backs, so they usually have really good timing on the blitzes, and the tailback got a little anxious and was started leaning on the play before the snap.
So illegal procedure call against Dayton, but the penalty declined, so a loss of 2 on the running play Sets up now a 3rd and 12. And now Dayton puts the two receivers on the open side of the field. Still Wilkins leading Clark. And Ashley's lined up pretty much with Clark. Gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking downfield the entire time. Now sees defender. He gets away from him, but the ball comes free at the 20. The ball is free, and there's a pile-up right just past the 20-yard line. And the signal from the officials, 4th down, so Dayton was able to get back on the football.
That was a great job by number 66, Cameron Blanchard.
So Blanchard able to come in and wreak havoc for Nyssa.
Along with Damian Olvera. Great effort over there pursuing the quarterback. He tried to duck the reach, and then they end up coming through and hitting the ball.
It ends up being a loss of 3 more yards, and the first quarter comes to a close. 7-0 Dayton and 4th down situation with a 7-0 lead when we come back to Summit High School in Bend. This is the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
The Oregonian, the Northwest's largest daily circulation newspaper, is proud to sponsor the Oregonian Cup.
With the easy way at Mac Pack and Ship. FedEx, DHL, and USPS authorized shippers with the packaging supplies and expertise to do it right. More than a decade of experience in the retail shipping industry, Mac Pack and Ship is a local family-owned business with a concern on doing it right and providing superior customer service. They offer shipping, packaging, mailbox rentals, wide-format printing, copies, and notary service. Hey, no job is too big or too small. They make it easy for you. Next to Albertsons and Mac, it's Mac Pack and Ship. There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Son have a heritage of helping Yamhill County residents in their hour of need. Macy & Son have been serving families here since 1903, 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Son, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. At the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, call Macy & Son, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County with funeral needs.
To add to its 7-0 lead, they are able to get a nice punt of 53+ and pin Nyssa back behind the 30.
A nice punt by Vargas.
I'd like to welcome those listening on KLYC 1260 McMinnville. Dayton opens up with a 6-0 lead on a Tyler Clark rushing touchdown, and now Nyssa trying to answer, going right to left in the white jerseys. Motion from the left to the right. Under center, and the quarterback, Wagstaff, play actions and rolls to his right. He's getting chased, and he can't get away. Initial pressure from Dayton's Connor Spivey, and then brought down behind the line of scrimmage, the tackle made by Alvarez.
Yeah, Spivey, the 5'11", 200-pound linebacker, really pressed that gap and reached out like might have been a face mask, but he just got the helmet and made a nice play for his team.
Early part of the second quarter. Nyssa's 3rd drive of the game, starting from its own 27-yard line, loses 3 yards, and so far, Nyssa has been limited to just 3 yards of offense in the early part of this game, sending 3 receivers to the left, and not much coverage rolls that way. Wagstaff is in the shotgun, gets the snap, keeps it himself, block on the left, and then collides with the face mask of another. That was face mask to face mask just in the coincidence at the 25-yard line. Wagstaff is driven back. He's able to gain a half yard.
Again, another nice job by Tony Alvarez. We've mentioned his name several times now on defense, really stepping it up, the 5'10", 210-pound linebacker.
Winner moves on to the state championship game. Will end the season with its first loss of the year. 5 receivers set, 2 to the right, 3 to the open side left. 3rd down and 12 for the Nyssa Bulldogs. And his shotgun, Austin Wagstaff. Motions a man in from the far side. He stops short the line of scrimmage, or the offensive line. Throw over the middle. Catch made at the 37, and a first down on the reception to Dalton Conant. And Nyssa able to convert the 3rd and long, gets all the way to the 41-yard line for a first down.
And that was really well designed. They came out in the no backs, the previous play, and ran quarterback draw to see how they defended it. Then they ran a crossing route for the first down.
A gain of about 14 yards, and a third down conversion for Nyssa, much needed. 1st and 10, now at the Bulldogs' 42. Nyssa rolling to the left. Wagstaff trying to outrun the pressure, and he's grabbed and brought down on the near sideline at the 43-yard line. Tackle made by Spivey. Also, it was Corwin Hyatt coming out and chasing him down. Even Cade Stahl from his defensive tackle position was quick to get over there. It ends up being a gain of a couple. And quickly, Nyssa snaps the ball. 2nd down and 8 running right. And this carry goes up to the 47-yard line on the give to Josh Buckholz.
And you can see that these linebackers are just teeing off on the running backs. They're not respecting the play-action pass. They see run. They are filling these gaps like locomotives.
A big third down for Nyssa, down 7-0 to Dayton with 9:23 remaining until halftime. A 3rd down and 5 from the Nyssa 47. Have to get past midfield and across the Dayton 48 for a 1st down. 2 tight end set, play action. Wagstaff rolls to his right, sets, throws, has a man, and it's caught. 34 to the 20 to the 10 far sideline, and tackled just short of scoring the touchdown. The tackle's made about the 2-yard line on the reception by John Bates.
And the free safety was actually trying to get the official to move before the play, and I believe he got caught out of position, wasn't able to help his corner over the top.
A 50-yard reception and a 1st down for the Nyssa. Double tight end set again, handoff left side. And at the knees, Castro able to hop, and get across the plane, lost the ball, but it was after the touchdown had already been scored. Touchdown, Nyssa, with 8:53 left in the 2nd quarter. The Bulldogs are within 1, 7-6.
Well, that was just an excellent drive by Nyssa. Their backs a little bit to the wall, and they came out some well-designed pass plays. And then on that last pass play, they got down inside, went back to their tailback and smashed it in.
PAT attempt from Luis Heredia, the junior. Tie the game at 7. Kicking to the end zone to the left, and it's up and through. It is good, and the score, with 8:53 left in the 2nd quarter, Nyssa and Dayton are tied at 7 apiece. Local stations, we're going to give you now break number 5. Break number 5. We'll take that as a network break, Break number 5 across the OSAA radio network, brought to you by Pacific Office Automation.
You can enjoy the best moments from this year's OSAA State Championships over and over again. Just purchase a high-quality DVD from PrepFilms.com. Order online from PrepFilms.com, and you'll get an enhanced version that includes scoreboard graphics. PrepFilms.com also has an extensive archive of past OSAA State Championships. PrepFilms.com, your online home for OSAA State Championship video.
Brian, I just got a free consultation on the Pacific Office Automation website. It turns out Pacific Office Automation and Sharp have solutions to every problem this office has.
Barry, we need those problems. Without lost documents, scanner confusion, or copier jams, we wouldn't have time for golf or naps.
It's a perfect symphony of document and machine harmonies.
Knock it off, Barry. We've got a status quo to maintain.
Okay, you're right.
That's better. Pacific Office Automation and Sharp. Copy, print, workflow, and IT. Problem solved.
Nyssa touchdown drive knocks the game up 7-7. Nyssa and Dayton are tied. 7-play, 73-yard effort of 3 minutes, 2 seconds. And now the kickoff for Nyssa goes right to left. J.P. Martinez kicks it. A shallow kick, 17-yard line, picked up and keeping himself from touching the ground. The return man is going the other way. Jared Ashley works it from the far side to the near. 30, 40, 50, breaks tackles into Nyssa territory. 40, 30 down the near sideline. And taking out finally at the 26-yard line, Jared Ashley. The Nyssa defense got him out.
And number 81, Derek Elguez, the ball, hustled down and made the touchdown-saving tackle.
Give him a lot of credit, Jared Ashley, to keep his balance because he almost touched his knee right on the catch and instead takes it all the way back for a 56-yard kickoff return. And starting from the Nyssa 26-yard line, Dayton in a tie game has a good chance going left to right. Motion from the fullback, Wilkins. The snap to Darren Ashley and the handoff, Clark going left. Around the corner, 25-yard line. Penalty marker flies in, and Clark does not go down easily. And then finally whacked by the combination of Oscar Rosas and another. Oh, excuse me, rather the tackle made by Conant and Andrew Clark. The run went to the 20, an initial gain of 7, but a holding call against Dayton.
And interesting, you see a lot of teams after a big play or after a turnover, they'll go downtown. They went back to their bread and butter, Clark, and said, hey, we're just going to continue to run the ball here.
Dayton's making its 38th appearance in the state playoffs and trying to win back-to-back state championships for the first time since 95 and 96. But sees their first penalty taking the play back to the 33-yard line from the left hash mark. Receiver either side. I formation, handoff Clark. He likes the spin move and spins out of a tackle at the 30 down the left hash marks and approaches the 25-yard line before finally Nyssa is able to get the tackle by Jordan Moyes, who's the safety. That's a pickup for Clark of 7 yards.
And you see those big 50s up front there for Dayton, 56, 57. Castillo and Stahl and all those guys, they're downfield at second level. Their running back has a lot of confidence in his line. You can see the way he runs.
Sun starting to set, which means cold weather could follow, but Dayton driving left to right as a 2nd and 9 at the Nyssa 25. High snap brought down by Darren Ashley. He wants to pass, throws, and it's batted back. Looked like Osborne had his hand in his face and bats down the pass that was trying to go over the middle, and it's 3rd and 9.
Good job by the quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, and even better play by Osborne. That was very impressive to put pressure and keep his eye on the ball as well.
Sunny skies, but it's 37 degrees, so I say it looks nice outside. There's still a lot of jackets being put on by both crowds. The Dayton home stands getting a little bit of the sun, but all shade for the Nyssa stands across the way. 3rd down and 9 from the Nyssa 25. Corwin Hyatt splits out left. And Darren Ashley has 3 receivers to the right. Clark behind him. Shotgun snap, throws. Screenplay set up. Tony Alvarez breaks a tackle on the near side hash marks and works it forward just across the 20-yard line. It's short of the first down, a pickup of 5 or 6, and now sets up 4th down and about 3.
And nice job by Alvarez catching that bubble screen and getting what he could to give his team an opportunity here. 4th and maybe a long 4, but definitely a makeable down.
Dayton's 1 for 5 on 3rd downs, but did go 2 for 2 on the opening drive when it picked up a 6-yard Tyler Clark rushing touchdown, which was Dayton's first score. The game now tied at 7, and a 4th and long 3 from the Nyssa 20 for Dayton. 1 receiver either side. Darren Ashley looking left. Nothing's there. Rolling back to his right outside the hash marks and caught from behind and twisted down. The tackle is made by Cameron Blanchard, and it's a loss of 2, but more importantly, turnover on downs. Nyssa gets it back.
Great defensive stand by Nyssa there. You had Dayton that had numbers, and Nyssa had loaded up the front of the line. I thought they were going to have a pass play, but the pressure ended up winning.
Big stand for the Nyssa defense after the kickoff return by Jared Ashley got Dayton at the Nyssa 26 to start that drive. 7-7 game, 6:46 remaining in the second quarter. Nyssa starts the drive right to left from its own 22-yard line after the turnover on down. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, and a deep back behind Wagstaff, who's under center. Starts to veer to his right, sidesteps a man in the backfield, runs it toward the left, 20-yard line, bounces to the near sideline and lunges forward, trying to get to the 30, and is able to be spotted out about the 27 for a gain of 5.
Nice job by Wagstaff. He had number 57, Cade Stahl, and 77, Cedric Stahl, to beat on the play.
The 2 Stalls, very athletic from their defensive tackle positions. And now Nyssa stacks receivers to the left. Ball placed on the left hash mark, a 2nd and 4, I formation. Handoff to the second back. Left side trucks his way forward and past the 35 up to the 37-yard line. The ball carrier for Nyssa is John LaSalle.
And I was looking for an extra player because then someone came in off the sideline and it ended up being the tailback.
John LaSalle runs, and another hurry-up snap, this time going left side. And Lucero not able to get nearly as much, chopped down by Jared Ashley for a no-gain run. Second down and 10 at the Nyssa 37.
Yeah, Jared Ashley did a great job along with, I thought it was 32. Yeah, Tyler Clark, both of them very strong on that play.
Clark looks gigantic, 270-pound junior, but he wears that neck ring on the back side.
Yeah, horse collar.
Yeah, horse collar on that back side, and so it just looks like he's way bigger than he even is at 270. Motion from the left on 2nd and 10 from the 37. Two receivers to the right because of the motion. Handoff goes left, and an off-tackle play is carried past the 40-yard line by Josh Buckholz. And so a play of 3rd and 6. You just pointed out something to me.
Oh, I believe that the Clark is 170 because he looks super fast.
And a 3rd down and 7 coming up from the 41-yard line for Nyssa. 3 receivers right side. Now Bates comes closer to the line of scrimmage, becomes a tight end. Far side split out is Castellanos. Play action. Wagstaff feels pressure from behind him, runs to his right, gets around one man, sidesteps another. Wagstaff still moving forward down the far hash, does not get the first down, but picks up 2 yards with plenty of pressure in the backfield by Dayton.
And you have to mention that Ben Guerrero made such an amazing play on that. He got initially beat with the quickness, but stayed with his man.
Quick snap, 4th and 4. At least they're looking, Nyssa, like they want to go for a quick snap. Now Wagstaff goes from a shotgun stance to under center. Looking to the sideline, and timeout taken by Nyssa. The Bulldogs are trying to draw Dayton, offside. Let's break away with the timeout on the field. 4:23 remaining in the second quarter. 7-7. It's a local break for our local station on the OSA Radio Network.
Blue Water Drilling Company is proud to sponsor the Dayton Pirates in their quest for the state championship. And at Blue Water Drilling, we've been proud to serve our Yamhill County customers for over 40 years. Hi, this is Dave. Remember, no two wells are alike, but the quality you get remains the same. For a free estimate or advice about your groundwater needs, call us at 503-868-7878. Blue Water Drilling. Since 1964, you get quality because we care.
When you ship or mail, do it the easy way at Mac Pack and Ship. FedEx, DHL, and USPS authorized shippers with the packaging supplies and expertise to do it right. More than a decade of experience in the retail shipping industry, Mac Pack and Ship is a local family-owned business with the concern of doing it right and providing superior customer service. They offer shipping, packaging, mailbox rentals, wide-format printing, copies, and notary service. Hey, no job is too big or too small. They make it easy for you. Next to Albertsons and Mac, it's Mac Pack and Ship.
Bates back to punt on 4th and 3. Starts to his right. It's a fake. He works it back to the middle of the field. Bates continues 40-yard line, cuts it to the near side, and is tackled a yard past the first down marker. The play was made by Dayton's Chase Young, but not until Bates converts the 4th and 3 for a first down, and the fake punt works for Nyssa.
And that was a nice job by Bates. He's running a read punt to the right side and actually broke it back like a zone play, and a nice tackle by number 28 for Dayton, but nice job by Bates.
In the second quarter, 4:12 on a moving clock remaining. Game tied at 7. Nyssa converts the third 4th down of the game. This is the first Nyssa was successful on. And a 1st and 10 from the 48. 3 receivers right from the left hash mark. Wagstaff drops back to his right, throws, caught, and getting out of a tackle, Castellanos at the 45 of Dayton works it up the numbers, 40. And on the far side is tackled about the 37-yard line. Nyssa gets the tackle, and not until Dayton advances the ball not till Nyssa advances the ball to the 37.
And that was Connor Spivey again hustling from his linebacker spot, making that play.
1st and 10 in Dayton territory for Nyssa. From the right hash mark, draw play, and it's hammered out by the Dayton defense. Ishmael Martinez led the way, and it's a loss of 1 on the run by Castro.
Great job by Martinez there, filling the gap, and they must have known that was coming. They sniffed that out and crushed it.
The pass play to Castellanos went for 14 yards in the first down. Now a 2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. Wagstaff, straight drop, throws right, and completes it out. Castellanos again near the 30-yard line, escorted out of bounds by Jade Downs. And at the 30-yard line, the whistles blow from the near sideline, which Dayton occupies, and the Pirates need a timeout. The gain on the pass play is good for 6. And now, timeout taken, bringing up a 3rd down and 3. That's what Nyssa has in front of it after the Dayton timeout.
Want the latest information on your favorite high school teams? Log on to OSAA.org and the OSA Score Center. The OSA Score Center has schedules, scores, and official rankings for all member schools and all team sports. At OSAA.org, you'll find playoff brackets, broadcast schedules, historical records. For more information, visit OSAA.org.
The OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires 3A Football State Championship semifinals for the Nyssa Bulldogs. They're trying to knock off the defending champ and advance into a state championship game. Nyssa making its 20th appearance in the state playoffs with this year's postseason and has made the state championship a couple of times, winning both in 2005 and 2006. So there's been a lot of state championships between these two teams. Nyssa won a 2A and 3A in those back-to-back years, whereas the last championship for Dayton was a 3A title last season. 3rd down and about 3 from the 30-yard line on the Dayton side. Nyssa has the ball, an offset eye to the left. Hand off that direction, putting the shoulders down. The ball carrier for Nyssa gets through and gains 4 yards, has the Nyssa 1st down before being tackled about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Clark and Spivey do a nice job on that play, but you know it's 4th down territory for Nyssa because they went for that at their own 40-yard line. So you know inside the other opponent's 30, they're going to go for it on 4.
Looks like that was Buckholz carrying the football. 1st and 10 for Nyssa. This is the 10th play of the drive. First 3rd down converted on the drive. The deep back this time is John Lucero, but it's a play-action pass. Pumping, Wagstaff, far side, going to the right side of the end zone. Leaping up, can't come up with it, incomplete. The pass play was intended for Clark on the far side of the end zone.
Yeah, very impressive coverage there by Jade Downs for the Dayton Pirates because they went with that unbalanced line on the left side, and instead of running the ball, they went play-action pass. So good discipline on his part, and the free safety who stayed with the other receiver.
Incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 26 of Dayton. Offset eye right, quick snap, give to Lucero, and he follows the fullback right for just a gain of 1.
Starting to see other numbers in there. Number 57, Cade Stahl in on that tackle.
Gain of about 2. And so another 3rd down coming up for Dayton to stop defensively in a 7-7 tie. 2:12 going, Nyssa driving. This is the 11th play. That was the 11th play of the drive. This is play number 12. Another offset eye with Lucero, the D-back, 2 receivers right. Rolling right. Wagstaff has time, but no one's open. Cuts back to his left. He's wrapped up, grabbed at the shoulders, 30 and back to the 35-yard line, sacked. Alvarez drops Wagstaff for a tremendous loss, 10 yards back to the 35.
And Alvarez made a very athletic play because he actually went inside the block of the tight end and was out of position temporarily, but fought back with some depth and was able to contain the quarterback. Nice job by Alvarez.
Clock keeps moving to 1:30 remaining. Nyssa opened up with possession. Dayton has the right to the football in the second half. And Nyssa has a 4th down and 19 at the Dayton 35-yard line. And Wagstaff stays by his coach, waiting for time to come off the field, and now Lee Long asks for a timeout. The offensive coordinator for Nyssa is Larry Ramirez, and now Nyssa can decide what it wants to do. This drive already continued once on a fourth down conversion when John Bates decided to run for about 3 or 4 yards to get the first down on a 4th down and 3, and he had to go a long ways to do it, running to his right and coming back to the left. The athletic-looking sophomore for Nyssa.
And I would anticipate they'll come with one of their crossing routes and a play that's designed to pick up about 8 to 11 yards. And regardless of whether they make it or not, they'll know that they're putting them in their defense in an okay position.
4th down and 19. Nyssa tied the game on its last possession on a 3-yard Austin Castro touchdown run. This after Dayton scored the first points of the game when Tyler Clark scored on a 6-yard effort, capping off a 12-play drive. Combined just 7 possessions in the first half. The timeout was called with 1:10 remaining, and John Bates is back to punt it away. Another timeout called by Nyssa before Bates has a chance at the 4th and 19 punt. Earlier, Grant Union defeated Portland Christian 34-24 to advance in the 2A semifinals. Grant Union now faces Regis in the 2A title game next weekend. The winner of this contest means the winner of our next game, which will kick off at 7 o'clock tonight, between Cascade Christian and Vail.
This is a real interesting situation to be in as a coach. You're 4th and long, 35-yard line. You're thinking, well, I could punt him down here.
Field, and it's incomplete at the 4-yard line, intended for Conant, and Nyssa goes for it on 4th and 19. After bringing the punt team out, another timeout was called. The Nyssa offense returned back to the field. Out of shotgun, Wagstaff tries a 30-yard pass that's incomplete, intended for Dalton Conant, and the pass is incomplete, meaning turnover on downs, ending the Nyssa drive at the Dayton 35-yard line. Dayton takes over on downs. 1:04 remaining in a 7-7 game. And the quarterback for Dayton takes a snap, Darren Ashley. 1st and 10 from the 35. Throwing it down the field, near side. Fight for it, and the reception is made. Dayton's Jared Ashley fights off the defender to complete the catch on the near sideline at the Nyssa 42.
And Castellanos and Austin Castro were both in good position. That was just an excellent play. Went up for the ball and got a knee in.
A gain of 23 and a first down from the Nyssa 42. Another first down play. Quick throw this side, and this time Jared Ashley on the near sideline has it off his hands, incomplete.
And that ball got to his chest and bounced off, and I think he was thinking about turning and going, but nice pass by the quarterback.
7-7. Again, Nyssa goes for it on 4th and long, starting from the Dayton 35-yard line. A deep pass through the middle, incomplete, and so that's how Dayton gets the football back. And on the first play, competes a 23-yard pass, 2nd and 10, after an incompletion with 2 receivers left and 2 running backs out of the pistol. Dancing, hopping, looking for someone to throw to. Darren Ashley flushed to his left, grabbed onto, and brought down. Blanchard was the first person there, held him up, and it's a loss of 3 yards with forward progress marked at the 45.
And that's when you got to have that clock in your head, because you got to know that Cameron Blanchard's coming along with Damian Olvera, and Blanchard just got that motor. You got to like kids like that, and he's got those pink socks on trying to support prevention and fighting against cancer.
Timeout taken by Dayton after the loss, stopping the clock with 46 seconds in the second quarter. 7-7 tie. In the halftime show, we will get you updates on other games, including the Oregon-Arizona Pac-12 football game, which right now in the fourth quarter, Arizona is leading 42-16. Oregon, a tough weekend.
That's impressive by Arizona. That's a lot of points.
Kadeem Carey has already ran 42 times for 188 yards. Meanwhile, Marcus Mariota throws his first interception of the year. Got someone else who just texted me that it was a final. Either way, we'll give you an update at halftime. Dayton took the timeout after the sack of Darren Ashley. He's 3 yards, making that 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage with Wilkins in front of Clark. Third down and long from the 45 of Nyssa. Deep ball thrown, far sideline, and the catch is made at the 14-yard line. Hyatt slid and was able to make the catch, and it's 1st and 10 for Dayton.
And Corwin Hyatt, 6'4", stretched out for that ball. That was beautiful.
31-yard gain, 1st and 10. Clock winds as the chains are set, 40 seconds, and a spike by Darren Ashley throws the ball into the ground to stop the clock with 36 seconds left. A 31-yard gain, this time to the far side receiver, Hyatt the senior, able to get it.
And that was beautiful. He laid out for that, reminiscent of, I won't say it was as good as John Stallworth, but it was impressive. 6'4", laying out for that ball.
2nd down and 10 after the spike. And I believe Dayton still has one timeout remaining. Second down and 10, the ball placed on the left hash marks. Dayton trying to cash in on the right side end zone. Working the offense left to right in the red jerseys. One split out receiver to the right side for Dayton is Chase Young. Another the other way. Snap, screen, caught. 13-yard line, and Tony Clark is going into the end zone. Rather, Tyler Clark. Either way, it's still a touchdown. This is a 14-yard reception.
And that was excellent execution. Great pressure by the defensive line. Dayton's offensive line showed pass and then went out, and they weren't able to sniff that out. Great job by Dayton.
68 yards in passing plays for the Dayton Pirates. And Tyler Clark gets in the end zone for a 13-7 lead, but there's a penalty indicated against Dayton. Where's the marker's right near the goal line, and so instead, 2nd down and 7. Didn't see the penalty marker, blocked by the way the play was going. And then an incomplete pass thrown down into the turf on the spike play stops the clock with 29 seconds left. And the penalty call appeared to be a hold because it backed Dayton up 10 yards.
Well, it's an opportunity here for Nyssa, and Dayton will see if they can come back and fight.
And the spiked football stops the clock. So 3rd down and 8 from the Nyssa 11 for Dayton. Shotgun snap. Ashley pumps. Darren Ashley hit as he throws into the end zone. Incomplete. It was intended for Young, and the defender for Nyssa had a better shot at it. Sage Stipe nearly picked it off in the middle of the end zone. It's 4th down.
Yeah, and Cameron Blanchard again in the backfield hitting the quarterback as he threw. He wanted to step up, but Blanchard was there. Then he forced the ball. He's very fortunate on that one.
Shocked that that hold happened at the 1-yard line because Clark was virtually untouched from the line of scrimmage as he jogged into the end zone. Clark is in the game. He's the deep back behind Darren Ashley. 3 receivers right. 4th and 8 for Dayton. Throw near the 3-yard line. It's incomplete, intended for Hyatt. Might have been short of the 1st down if he had caught it. Either way, incomplete. And Nyssa takes over on downs on what used to be a touchdown drive. With the holding call, becomes a turnover on downs.
And that's huge for both teams. With Nyssa being able to take a knee and run the clock out here, we'll see what they do.
Yeah, 17 seconds remaining in a 7-7 tie. So bookmark the negated touchdown. and Nyssa with the stop brings out a receiver to either side, a double tight end set, but Wagstaff takes a knee, and the first half winds down in the OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires 3A State Football Championship semifinal. Final 5 seconds run off. A lot of the fans and gloves and jackets and a lot of outerwear.
Running to get some hot chocolate.
Time to get the coffee and the hot chocolate. A very entertaining first half, and nearly a Dayton 14-7 lead had the PAT been converted, but a holding call right as Clark entered the end zone negates a touchdown, and it results in Brody Unger coming to talk to one of the officials about that particular play, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and at this point you have to just go regroup and get ready for the second half, because if you harp on that, it's just end up hurting you. He knows that. He's a quality coach.
We'll come back. Our halftime show is next. For Jim Lockwood, I'm Ryan Goff, inviting you back. We'll talk about the first half of play when we return to Summit High School in Bend. The Dayton Pirates 7, the Nyssa Bulldogs 7, with the OSAA 3A Football State Championship semifinal. You're listening to the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
U.S. Bank can help you get the home you want, whether you're a first-time buyer,
how are the restaurants,
a growing family,
how are the schools,
or an empty nester.
How's the fishing?
U.S. Bank offers a variety of home mortgage products for whatever stage of life you're in.
I love the dramatic staircase.
That's way too many stairs.
Apply today at any U.S. Bank branch, usbank.com/mortgage, or call toll-free 855-434-HOME. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Mortgage loans subject to credit approval. Interest rates and program terms are subject to change without notice. Mortgage loans offered through U.S. Bank National Association, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Leave a message, and I will call you back as soon as I can.
Hey, honey, it's me. Listen, I kind of slid into a snowbank on the way home. Looks like I'm going to be a little bit late for dinner. Happy anniversary.
Winter weather can slow you down, but Les Schwab has the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. And with our best tire value promise, every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection and care. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. The OSAA Foundation is making great strides in enhancing the future of Oregon high school activities. From getting kids out for activities, keeping them safe while playing, or helping schools develop new programs, the OSAA Foundation is here to assist. Since 2005, the OSAA Foundation has donated over $1 million to member schools. Find out more information and how you can get involved at osaafoundation.org. Champions deserve a trophy they can wear. That's why Johnson's is the official champion ring of the OSAA. Whether you're an individual champion or part of a team, you can wear your ring proudly for anyone to see. You can customize the size with your name, uniform number, and school. The OSAA and Johnson's, proud partners in celebrating excellence. Order your championship ring from your Johnson's representative or by calling 1-800-839-7125 or visit on the web at johnsons.com.
Back in Bend, Summit High School, halftime of the OSAA 3A Football State Championship semifinal game. The Dayton Pirates and Nyssa Bulldogs tied at 7 apiece. And at this moment, before we get into our halftime report, let's take a break so stations can identify themselves. Let's take a break, 10 seconds for station identification on the OSAA Radio Network.
This is KLYC McMinnville, Dayton. KLYC AM 1260.
Dayton, Nyssa tied at 7 apiece at halftime. And we'll take a look at some of the first half statistics and a little bit on this show. Also, we'll have Jim Lockwood's comments on the first half. But let's look at the drive summary as Nyssa opened up with possession, but the Dayton defense forced a 3-and-out, and just 2 minutes into the game, a 40-yard punt set Dayton up with possession at the Pirates' 36-yard line. A 12-play drive, 10 of which were running plays, picked up 64 yards in 6 minutes and 44 seconds and was capped off by a 6-yard Tyler Clark run. The junior running back for Dayton gets the first points of the game. With 3:29 remaining in the first quarter, Dayton leads 7-0. The two teams exchanged 3-and-out punts, a 44-yard effort from Nyssa and a 53-yard kick from Dayton, setting up Nyssa 1st and 10 from the 27 on their side of the field. 7 plays, 73 yards, and a 3-yard rushing touchdown put the Bulldogs on the board for the first time. Austin Castro scores the 3-yard run and caps off a 7-play, 73-yard drive of 3 minutes, 2 seconds. And with 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter, the game is tied at 3 apiece. Nyssa had 2 pass plays for 64 yards on that scoring drive. 4 plays after a kickoff return by Jared Ashley set up Dayton at the 26 of Nyssa for the start of the ensuing possession. It was only 4 plays and a turnover on downs. The Nyssa defense holds and is able to get the ball back, but puts together a 12-play, 43-yard drive of its own. Takes over 5.5 minutes, but is stopped at the Dayton 35 on a 4th down passing play over the middle. Dayton returns it the rest of the way to the 12-yard line, and with 17 seconds left, turns it over on downs. This after Tyler Clark appeared to have scored about a 10-plus yard touchdown, but a holding call right at the goal line negates the touchdown, and Dayton's unable to either achieve a first down or score afterward. Turnover on downs, and then Nyssa kneels down at its own 12 to end the first half of play. Dayton 7 and Nyssa 7 in the semifinal of the OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tire 3A Football State Championship. Let's take a break for our local stations. This is the OSAA Radio Network.
There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Son have a heritage of helping Yamhill County residents in their hour of need. Macy & Son have been serving families here since 1903, 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Son, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. At the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, call Macy & Son, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County with funeral needs. Golden Valley Restaurant and Brewery is celebrating 20 years of serving you the best times and locally produced food in Yamhill County. Golden Valley Restaurant and Brew Pub at 980 Northeast 4th Street in McMinnville is local, locally brewed refreshment, fresh local produce. Steak specials every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Golden Valley Restaurant and Brew Pub opens daily at 11, open till 9 p.m. Sunday, and most weekdays open till 10 Friday and Saturday. Are you looking for a car but you want a reliable, good used car you can afford? If that's what you're looking for, there is a new auto dealer in town, Christensen Auto Sales.
We're selling affordable cars, nothing on the lot over $59.95. We can finance anyone in-house, buy here, pay here. Credit needs fixed, we can take care of that. Get you in a nice car, dependable car with low monthly payments.
Christensen Auto Sales, 3080 Northeast Highway 99W near Cascade Steel in McMinnville. Call 503-687-2080. That's 687-2080. High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
The Dayton Pirates 7, the Nyssa Bulldogs 7. Jim Lockwood, Ryan Goff on loan from the sports legend ESPN 960 in Klamath Falls. We're the Klamath Union Pelicans high school football broadcast team. And Jim, former coach with Henley High School and Hosanna Christian in the Basin area. These two teams play to a 7-7 tie. Dayton scoring in the first quarter, Nyssa answering in the second quarter. And while Dayton almost scored again, a very good collection of nice linebackers and also very good running games.
You get a sense that Dayton's actually outplayed Nyssa, but it's not really the case. You really even look at it statistically, their rushing yards, their passing yards, their first downs, their time of possession, all of it's almost equal. The only thing that I'd say that feels different is Tyler Clark for Dayton. Because he's carried the ball more individually, it feels like he's dominating more. And had he scored on that screen, he would have had a case. But right now, it's just even.
Earlier today, we saw Grant Union take down Portland Christian, denying the Royals of Portland Christian a second straight appearance in the OSAA 2A state title game. 34-24, Grant Union wins that contest. And Grant Union will face Regis, which took care of Heppner earlier today. The final, a 21-14 victory for the Regis Rams. So those two will meet next week in the 2A state title game. We'll get you updates on the rest of the OSAA brackets in our next halftime segment, but do want to let you know that Arizona has defeated the Oregon Ducks 42-16, a 28-9 halftime lead for Arizona. And again, bad things typically happen for the Ducks when they travel down to Tucson. A couple of other Pac-12 scores: Washington State leading Utah 43-37, 5:43 left in the fourth quarter. And in the big game, Stanford has a 49-13 lead over Cal. That one's early in the fourth. Later on tonight, Arizona State at UCLA, USC at Colorado, and Washington is at Reser Stadium to face the Beavers of Oregon State. Our halftime score: Dayton 7, Nyssa 7. This is the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
The OSAA Foundation is making great strides in enhancing the future of Oregon high school activities. From getting kids out for activities, keeping them safe while playing, or helping schools develop new programs, the OSAA Foundation is here to assist. Since 2005, the OSAA Foundation has donated over $1 million to member schools. Find out more information and how you can get involved at osaafoundation.org.
All right, kids, let's hear it.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the snow.
Winter weather can slow you down, but Les Schwab has the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. And with our best tire value promise, every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection and care. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
U.S. Bank can help you get the home you want, whether you're a first-time buyer,
How are the restaurants?
a growing family,
How are the schools?
or an empty nester.
How's the fishing?
U.S. Bank offers a variety of home mortgage products for whatever stage of life you're in.
I love the dramatic staircase.
That's way too many stairs.
Apply today at any U.S. Bank branch, usbank.com/mortgage, or call toll-free 855-434-HOME. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Mortgage loans subject to credit approval. Interest rates and program terms are subject to change without notice. Mortgage loans offered through U.S. Bank National Association, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Work's a breeze ever since you hired Pacific Office Automation and Sharp to analyze and streamline our whole document workflow.
But just our workflow, Barry. No one outside of this cubicle is enjoying the benefits of a 24-hour IT services help desk, print tracking, and a beautiful document management system, all tailored to fit the very petite size of our operation and budget.
It's like we have our own small business. Brian, you're a genius.
Pacific Office Automation and Sharp. Copy, print, workflow, and IT. Problem solved.
Back at Summit High School in Bend, halftime report continues. The OSAA Foundation halftime report. 7-7, Dayton and Nyssa are tied at halftime, 7 apiece. First half numbers: in first downs, Dayton has the advantage 7-5 and outrushed Nyssa 45-32 in the first half. Dayton 5 of 9 passing for 91 yards goes Darren Ashley, while Austin Wagstaff is 3 for 6 in the first half for 78 yards. Dayton ran 26 total plays, and this is 25, and outgained the Bulldogs 136-110. 3 penalties against the Dayton Pirates for 20 yards. Nyssa was penalized 1 time but lost no yardage, and Dayton did fumble once but didn't lose the football. No turnovers in the first half. Time of possession, Nyssa had the football just a minute more than Dayton at 12:30 to 11:30. And on third downs, Nyssa was 2 for 6, while Dayton was 1 for 5. 2 for 2 by Dayton on fourth downs, and 1 for 3 Nyssa was on fourth downs. 2 punts by the Bulldogs in the first half, 42 yards per punt, and a punt for 53 yards by Dayton. The leading rusher for the Pirates, 59 yards on 13 carries, 4.5 yards per rush for Tyler Clark. He has a touchdown on the long run of 18. Meanwhile, Angel Castellanos, 1 run for 11 yards, and that is the longest run for Nyssa. They only had Josh Buckholes and John Lucero even rush more than 1 time, other than Austin Wagstaff, who's been credited with 9 rushes, but those include the sacks in the game. The leading receiver for Nyssa is John Bates with that 53-yard reception. Corwin Hyatt has 2 catches for 20 yards. Jared Ashley hauled in a 40-yard pass on his only reception to lead the way for Dayton. We'll get the keys to the second half as the teams start running back on the field. Nyssa, a very good contingency, traveling 266 miles from the Ontario, Oregon area down Highway 20 to join this game today. Meanwhile, Dayton, out of the McMinnville area, 155 miles, taking the trip in the combination of Highway 22 and Highway 126 to get to Summit High School. And we appreciate those in McMinnville joining us on KLYC 1260 AM this afternoon. The second half is next. When we return, it's the Bulldogs of Nyssa, 7. The Pirates of Dayton, 7. Let's take a local break for our local stations on the OSAA Radio Network.
Dayton Pirates in their quest for the state championship. And at Blue Water Drilling, we've been proud to serve our Yamhill County customers for over 40 years. Hi, this is Dave. Remember, no two wells are alike, but the quality you get remains the same. For a free estimate or advice about your groundwater needs, call us at 503-868-7878. Blue Water Drilling. Since 1964, you get quality because we care.
When you ship or mail, do it the easy way at Mac Pack and Ship. FedEx, DHL, and USPS authorized shippers with the packaging supplies and expertise to do it right. More than a decade of experience in the retail shipping industry, Mac Pack and Ship is a local family-owned business with a concern of doing it right and providing superior customer service. They offer shipping, packaging, mailbox rentals, wide-format printing, copies, and notary service. Hey, no job is too big or too small. They make it easy for you. Next to Albertsons and Mac, it's Mac Pack and Ship.
Leave a message, and I will call you back as soon as I can.
Hey, honey, it's me. Listen, I kind of slid into a snowbank on the way home.
Looks like I'm going to be a little bit late for dinner. Happy anniversary.
Winter weather can slow you down, but Les Schwab has the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. And with our best tire value promise, every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection and care. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Golden Valley Restaurant and Brewery is celebrating 20 years of serving you the best times and locally produced food in Yamhill County. Golden Valley Restaurant and Brew Pub at 980 Northeast 4th Street in McMinnville is local, locally brewed refreshment, fresh local produce. Steak specials every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Golden Valley Restaurant and Brew Pub opens daily at 11, open till 9 p.m. Sunday, and most weekdays open till 10 Friday and Saturday.
Sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
Halftime winding down, as is the sun. As sunset upon us at Summit High School in Bend. Halftime score 7-7. Dayton and Nyssa tied in the semifinal of the OSAA 3A football bracket. We'll see Cascade Christian and Vale coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. You can listen to that game as well on the OSAA Radio Network. Congratulations to the Linfield Wildcats, a 42-21 win today over Pacific Lutheran in the NCAA Division III playoffs. And so up next, a week from now, Hampton-Sydney will try to knock off the powerhouse that is Linfield in the Division III playoffs. And it's a program known well throughout the state. I also know that you have some ties in the sense, Jim, with your son about to play at George Fox, and Chris Casey, the former Linfield assistant coach there, and my time at Lewis and Clark. It's just good to keep up with all the Division III programs.
Yeah, it's nice. There's a lot of quality of football around the state, depending on what level you're at and what your academic pursuits are.
So Dayton and Nyssa expected to be a running battle, but we saw more passing than perhaps that we thought. Strong linebackers from both teams, and especially those two defensive tackles for the Dayton Pirates have done a good job. The stalls with Cedric and Cade. Second half keys as you look at what Nyssa and Dayton need to do in half number 2.
Well, to see who's stayed and coming in shape and who's healthy, Cameron Blanchard, I feel, is making a huge statement for the Nyssa Bulldogs. And when you look at the other side, you see Tyler Clark and Connor Spivey at the linebacker spots, I think, making a big statement. So it'll be interesting to see who really steps up here, and the leaders like Austin Wagstaff and Darren Ashley and those guys, and leading their teams.
Nyssa opened up with the football. Dayton has the right to it, trying to make it to back-to-back state championship games. And with the sun setting, some more clothes come on from the fans and even the cheerleaders, too. They went from their full-blown cheerleader uniforms to the sweatshirts and long pants to entertain the crowd in front of us. We're above the home grandstand, which this is the home of the Summit Storm, a 5A program in the state of Oregon, and this is a nice facility that's just about 10 years old. I remember coming here when I was working with the Grants Pass broadcast, and it was a brand new stadium. And the neat thing, too, is utilize space. You notice the high jump pits, or the long jump pits in the far end zone to our right.
Yeah, long jump and triple jump, and then you got your pole vault here in front of the crowd. It's well designed.
Second half, Dayton out to return the kick from Nyssa. The return will go right to left as the kick about to go left to right off the foot of J.P. Martinez. Martinez, freshman kicker, and two return man back to send the ball the other way. And the kickoff picked up at the 18, working to the far side. Jared Ashley out around the corner, far side numbers 25 and up the far sideline. Ashley, a good return to open up the second half, marked out near the 34-yard line in front of the Nyssa bench. And now it's Darren Ashley comes out, the junior quarterback. In the first half was 5 of 9 throwing, 91 yards. And he'll try to lead the Dayton offense to what would possibly be the second touchdown drive, or rather the third touchdown drive of the game, had it not been for a penalty on the 1-yard line on Dayton's final possession of the first half, negated a run. So instead, just a 7-7 score, starting the possession from the 35-yard line. Right to left in red with white helmets. In the pistol formation, Darren Ashley receives the snap, throws quickly, caught just past the 40-yard line and up to the 44. The reception's made in the middle of the field, caught by Dayton's Corwin Hyatt, and is a gain of 9.
And nice job by Oscar Rosas coming up, just only a freshman coming up to make that stop.
First drive of the second half, Dayton quickly to the 44-yard line on its side of the field. Nyssa will get you the starting players for each side of the football after this second down snap. Two receivers to the right. Pitch play. Ashley tosses it right. Clark has blocking, gets the first down, and is tough to tackle, likes the spin, and gets across the 50 to Nyssa territory to the 49-yard line, where Tyler Osborne makes the tackle. And it's a pickup of 6 up front for Dayton. Ishmael Martinez, Kevin Castillo, Cedric and Cade Stahl, and Aaron Campbell, with the wideouts Jared Ashley, the sophomore, and Corwin Hyatt, the senior. Tight end Tony Alvarez, and fullback Kevin Wilkins, the senior, leading the way for junior running back Tyler Clark. A 1st and 10 snap, going right to left. Dayton in a 7-7 tie from the Nyssa 49. Pistol again, pitch play left. Clark cuts it upfield, 50-yard line, collides with a defender and pushes forward down to the 45-yard line. And a new defender in for Nyssa, Austin Castro, makes the tackle after a gain of 4.
And that was a big challenge there. He came in off the sideline, and they ran right at him, and he's able to duck down underneath the blockers and make the play. Nice job there by number 11 for Nyssa, Austin Castro.
Left side receiver, Hyatt. Right side, Jared Ashley. Wilkins, right next to the quarterback, Darren Ashley, gets the snap high at the face mask, brings it down. Clark breaks through and gets out of an ankle tackle, carries through the middle of the field, 40-yard line, and is down to the 28-yard line. Another nice carry that time by Clark, and another Dayton first down.
Yeah, and that was huge. It was a beautiful play by Cameron Blanchard, and he almost finished it off, but the toughness of Clark, he really rolls off pressure well.
Dayton running on 7.5 yards per carry on the opening drive of the second half. 10:02 and counting in the third quarter, 7-7 tie. Right side, Wilkins lines up as a wing back. The deep back is Clark, 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. 3 yards in front of him, with the quarterback, Darren Ashley, gets the snap. Hands off to Clark. He starts through the middle, cuts it to the left, down the hash marks 30-yard line, and Clark is near another first down at the Nyssa 27-yard line. It is a first down on an 11-yard carry.
And a good job by Sage Stipe to come up and help on that play with Andrew Clark. But right now, you have Tyler Clark really feeling it, and you have a guy that's only 170 pounds running like he's 220.
Reminiscent of the first drive, where it was a 3.5 yards per carry. This is 8.2 per carry, as Jared Ashley and Hyatt lined up right side, and Wilkins leading the way for Clark on the right. Pitch to the right, Clark around the corner, nice kick-out block, and outside the hash marks and inside the numbers, forward for about 3 or 4 yards.
And you see guys like number 56, Kevin Castillo, stepping to the play side, leaving their first-level defender and getting right up on second-level defenders and making it harder for those linebackers to scrape. The cutback may be there later in the game because of it.
Daniel Vineyard, Ben Guerrero, Damian Olvera, and Derek Elguezaba, the front line for Nyssa, as Guezabal rather, A 2nd down and 6 from the right hash mark. Handoff. Faked. Keeper for the quarterback. Darren Ashley through the middle. He's to the second level and he's in. Touchdown. Dayton, and the Pirates lead 13-7.
And that was an excellent fake by Tony Alvarez. Looked like read option to the counter direction, and beautiful block there by number 56, Kevin Castillo, the senior 6'2", 270-pound lineman.
A 23-yard rushing touchdown by the quarterback, Darren Ashley. And the point after touchdown, Lalo Vargas on. Snap good. The kick is blocked. Flying through, John Bates blocks the kick. And with 8:42 left in the third quarter, it's 13-7. Dayton is on top. We take a break with a 13-7 lead. Dayton scores on the opening drive of the second half and leads 13-7 with 8:42 left in the third quarter. This is the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
There's a secret to winning recognition in the Dairy Farmers of Oregon Academic All-State Competition. Oh, sure, it helps to have a snazzy teen GPA. But many people believe the best inside track comes from knowing this. The teams that drink the most milk probably tend to win. This wisdom brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Oregon, who believe in healthy cows, healthy farms, healthy products, and healthy competition in Oregon high schools.
The OSAA Foundation is making great strides in enhancing the future of Oregon high school activities. From getting kids out for activities, keeping them safe while playing, or helping schools develop new programs, the OSAA Foundation is here to assist. Since 2005, the OSAA Foundation has donated over $1 million to member schools. Find out more information and how you can get involved at osaafoundation.org.
Kickoff for Dayton after the touchdown drive. Dayton sends it down, and the return coming left to right. In the middle, Castro for Nyssa, 10-20, works it to the far side, up the far hash marks 30-40-yard line, and Castro tackled and goes forward for a gain to the 41-yard line, and that's where Nyssa takes the next possession.
A nice pop there by number 20. At Les Schwab Tires, they guarantee their service like they guarantee their tires. Back to more than 400 stores throughout the West, Les Schwab Tires doing the right thing since 1952.
Dalton Conance with the stop to the 40-yard line is where the Nyssa Bulldogs starts. I say Conant rather. Dayton, you said number 20, had the stop. Either way, that's where Nyssa starts the drive, going left to right. White unis, white helmets, and blue pants. Under center is Austin Wagstaff. He rolls to his right off play action, throws, and in heavy traffic completes the pass to the Nyssa 48-yard line. And the reception was made there by the aforementioned Dalton Conant.
Yeah, and good defense there by number 27 and number 39, Corwin Hyatt and Connor Spivey. Looked like there were two receivers in one area, but quarterback did a nice job squaring his shoulders and zipping that ball in there.
Wagstaff 3 of 6 for 78 yards in the first half. And breaks the huddle. Nyssa going left to right. Far side receivers, Angel Castellanos. And in the middle, John Bates. I formation, handoff right side, and trying to fight to midfield. The running back able to get it, and Nyssa has a first down, firing forward down to the 49-yard line for the Nyssa Bulldogs. The carry by John Lucero is good for 3 yards and a Nyssa first down.
Yeah, nice job by Damian Olvera and Ramiro Duenas controlling the line of scrimmage on that.
Up front, Cameron Blanchard, Brandon Sundquist, Ben Guerrero, Ramiro Duenas, and Damian Olvera, the offensive line for Nyssa. Bates and Castellanos go left side again. Josh Buckholz was in the game. He came out before this 1st and 10 snap from the Dayton 49 handoff. And a dive play gets 5 yards on first down. The ball carrier for Nyssa, Austin Castro.
And a nice job there by Nyssa controlling the ball right now when you see 8 defenders in the box. And the tackle being made by number 43, Jared Ashley.
The running backs, Josh Buckholz, John Lucero, and Austin Castro with the quarterback, Wagstaff, and then Dalton Conant is the tight end frequently. Same formation. Looks like Lucero's the fullback on 2nd and 6. Play action, Wagstaff sets, and then looks to his right. There's space, so he takes off, has it past the line of scrimmage, 40-yard line, and forced out of bounds right about the 38-yard line. Escorted out of bounds by
Corwin Hyatt, I believe.
Corwin Hyatt, good enough for a first down. And Nyssa picks up 4 more yards, trailing 13-7, 6:40 to go in the third quarter, but driving all the way now to the Dayton 38. Quick snap on 1st and 10. Castro runs left and crashes forward, able to get it down to the 35-yard line.
And it's one thing you want to keep an eye on is Corwin Hyatt is limping fairly tenuously out there on the field, and that could hurt them, the Dayton Pirates.
Yeah, Hyatt from his outside linebacker position with Jared Ashley. In the middle is Connor Spivey and Tyler Clark. 2nd down and 8. Rolling to the left, setting. The right-handed quarterback throws. Wagstaff downfield. The catch is made on the far side by Bates at the 10-yard line. Had the defender Chance Bolin with him the whole way, but can't stop him for a gain of 25 to the 10.
Yeah, and you have John Bates with a beautiful route. Quarterback put that ball to the outside, but he also was able to use his height and get that ball at a higher level.
Dayton has Cedric Stahl, Cade Stahl, Kevin Castillo, and Ishmael Martinez as the front 4, but a 1st and goal now for Nyssa, trying to tie the game with a touchdown, take the lead with a PAT, 13-7. Nyssa trails. 1st and goal from the 9 side, and twisted after a gain of 2. Castro can't get out of the clutches of the linebacker Tyler Clark. Chase Young actually complete the second to the gain of 1.
Yeah, and you see Tony Alvarez also in on that tackle. You see Clark and Alvarez and Spivey all over the place right now.
So much personnel being shifted in and out. In fact, out goes Castellanos, and in comes the outstanding linebacker Tyler Osborne, who we've seen set up as a fullback on some prior snaps. 7th play of the drive. Bates split out left, also out that direction. Conant as the tight end. 2 fullbacks, Lucero and Osborne. Handoff left side. Buckholz carries down the left hash marks, an initial gain of about 3, and he's marked down at the 5-yard line out of the pile defensively. The tackle's made by Dayton's Tony Alvarez and some others.
Yeah, number 57 for Dayton, Cade Stahl, was also underneath there, but they came out with that power eye, and they're looking to slam that ball right now. Maybe some play-action pass to John Bates.
Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Nyssa trails 13-7. 3rd and goal from the Dayton 5. Left side is Bates. 2 fullbacks, a deep back. Handoff, Buckholz runs left to the 2-yard line, crawling his way to the 1. He's short. Nyssa cannot get in on the 4-yard carry by Buckholz. It's 4th and goal.
And again, you see those same players, 32, 36, down there in the front 4 right now for Dayton. They're being challenged.
4th down and goal from the Dayton 1-yard line for the Nyssa Bulldogs. 9th play of the drive from the left hash mark. Same formation. Wagstaff, quick snap, pushing forward. The Nyssa players have their hands in the air signaling touchdown. And there's the signal from the far side official. Nyssa ties the game on a Wagstaff quarterback keeper of 1 yard, and it's 13-13.
Great job by Nyssa there controlling the ball. They really wanted that touchdown. You see number 74 controlling that interior for Nyssa, Brandon Sundquist, helping his quarterback get into the end zone.
13-13. The PAT on the last Dayton score was blocked. This is an attempt for Nyssa and Luis Heredia. He's 1 for 1 on PATs. Penalty marker out, though, before the snap. The PAT distance is 20 yards because the spots is put down at the 10-yard line. Then he had 10 yards for the goalpost being in the back of the end zone. It's a penalty against Dayton.
Dayton's taking a chance here. Say, hey, we might as well be very aggressive because even if we're offsides, they're probably still going to kick.
4 minutes, 24 seconds on the 9-play, 60-yard scoring drive for the Nyssa Bulldogs. And the penalty of 5 yards will go against the kickoff. So instead, another attempt from the same spots for Heredia. Snap, kick, it's low. And while I don't think it would have made it, I think it actually was blocked as well. It's kind of inconsequential. It was a low line drive kick, and it's no good. 4:06 left, third quarter. Both PATs in the second half scoring drives blocked. will break away. Dayton 7, Dayton 13, Nyssa 13. Let's take a break for our local stations on the OSAA radio network.
High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road. There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Son have a heritage of helping Yamhill County residents in their hour of need. Macy & Son have been serving families here since 1903, 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Son, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. At the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, call Macy & Son, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County with funeral needs.
J.P. Martinez, and at the 13, this is Jared Ashley for Dayton, going right to left, cuts it outside at the far side, numbers at the 20. The ball's popped free. And back from the 25 where the contact was made to separate the ball. It's picked up at the 21. A couple of players down the field for Nyssa, including the kicker, Heredia, helped make the stop. So Dayton starts at the 22-yard line in the 13-13 tie.
Yeah, nice hit by Heredia, and he walked off with a little swagger after that pop. Second half possession for Dayton in the red jerseys, red pants, white numbers, and white helmets. Last drive was a 7-play, 65-yard effort from the 35. This one starts from the 22, and just under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 receivers left side from the right hash mark, and the handoff goes through the middle. It's not this time Tyler Clark, but a different running back. Connor Spivey gets the call, and he picks up 17 yards on first down before he's tackled by John Bates. Catch all the action from the OSA State Championships at OSAA.tv. OSAA.tv is the home to live and on-demand video coverage for the OSA State Championships. Watch this year's events and relive your favorite moments from the past of OSA.tv. You can even purchase DVD copies. Check out OSA.tv today.
Spivey back as the deep back once again. The 5'11", 200-pound senior gets his number called, and he's tripped up after getting past the line of scrimmage, tripped up to the 40-yard line. And Nyssa making the play. The tackle was made by Nyssa's J.P. Martinez.
And a great job by some of their interior defensive linemen getting a hand in there and tripping them up with the shoestring tackle.
2nd down and 5 at the 40-yard line. Dayton driving for the second time in the half after a 5-yard gain on first down. Face mask high snap. Kept by the quarterback on the play action. Darren Ashley hurdling, gets the first down past the 45 and forward progress to the 48-yard line before Cameron Blanchard makes the tackle. But another big gain, this time 7 yards and the first down for Dayton.
And Cameron Blanchard is very tough to block. He finds the ball. He has a nose for it, and he is a very tough defensive tackle.
Lee Long, the head coach for Nyssa, calls the defensive plays. Has a good weapon in Blanchard. 6'3", 250 pounds, a senior. 1st and 10. Dayton high snap brought down. Play action. Darren Ashley has a man up at his shoulders, and the quarterback's dropped. Brought down at the 40-yard line, and the sack is made by Nyssa's Josh Buckholz.
And you had Blanchard being double-teamed, occupying 2 blockers, allowing his teammate to get into the backfield, and Blanchard still was able to come in late, even off a double team, to get in there and get a quarter sack on that.
13-13 tie, loss of 7. Final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Dayton breaks the huddle and sends the receiver Tony Alvarez out to the right along with Jared Ashley. Still Spivey in the backfield. Screen play set up, lobbing it over the defenders. It's caught by Spivey. 40-yard line, far side numbers. Approaching midfield, Spivey's brought down just past the first down marker at the 49, and Castellanos comes in to make the tackle. Combined stop by a couple of the Nyssa players, and it's not a first down, rather gets back past the original line of scrimmage, and now sets up a 3rd and 9 in the game. Dayton on 3rd and 9 is 1 for 5 on 3rd downs, and out of the game comes Kevin Wilkins, the fullback. Instead, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Out of shotgun, Darren Ashley throws, batted up, and incomplete. Leaping play by the linebacker, Dalton Conant, able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Yeah, both teams really picking up their intensity offensively and defensively. It's unbelievable. 7-7, now 13-13. This is just a great game.
4th down and 9, and the punting unit out for Dayton. Only 1 punt in the first half, and that went 53 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 49 for Dayton. Return man for Nyssa back at the 15. Kick sent up by Dayton's Lalo Vargas, and letting it bounce. Nyssa sees it roll forward and is down near the 9-yard line. Maybe rolls another yard and is touched down by Dayton's Denver Shadden. And that's a kick of about 50 yards. So inside the 10-yard line is where Nyssa starts the next drive.
Yeah, and those 35-yard punts that roll for 50, for a total of 50, those are huge.
Tie game, 13-13 in the OSA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tire State Football Championship at the Classification 3A, 13-13 tie. And only 57 seconds remaining as Nyssa, which scored on its last possession to tie the game at 13, has the worst field position for any team tonight. It's at the 9-yard line, 57 seconds remaining. Jumbo backfield, Wagstaff, play action, sets up at the goal line, now rolls to his left, tries to step inside, and he's going to lose yardage. Tackled about the 7-yard line. Loss of 2, Wagstaff trying to get away from the swarming Dayton pressure, and the tackle's made by Cade Stahl.
And they're very fortunate because they had John Bates on the right side doing a stop and go, and he rolled and he was open about the 40-yard line, but the quarterback was not able to see him.
And a penalty marker came out during the play. Dayton had Jade Downs out there, the senior. He comes to the near sideline. And there's a penalty that moves the ball back behind the 5-yard line. Plays down at the 4, and it's an illegal procedure call against Nyssa. So that play doesn't happen. Instead, the penalty taken by Dayton. And backs the Bulldogs of Nyssa even deeper in its own territory, back to the 4. Clock starts to wind under 40 seconds. Bates split out to the left. Other than that, tight formation from the left hash mark. Running play left side, and just a little bit of space. The run by Buckholz able to get maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, nice job by Nyssa controlling the line and being able to get some yards. And an excellent play by number 36 of Dayton, Tony Alvarez, being on that tackle.
And Nyssa starts to walk toward the sideline. The final 10 seconds come off the third quarter clock. And the semifinal of the OSAA 3A Football State Championship tied at the end of 3 quarters. The Nyssa Bulldogs, 13. The Dayton Pirates, 13. Winner moves on to the state championship next week. And we invite you back. The fourth quarter is next on the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
So, in a nutshell, don't boil the ocean, take a deeper dive, and check the bandwidth in your wheelhouse. Capiche?
U.S. Bank business bankers know that your business isn't a cliche. It's your livelihood. You need a banker who speaks your language with real solutions to help manage cash flow, payments, and growth.
The scenery only changes for the lead dog.
A U.S. Bank Business Quick Loan offers competitive rates for equipment, vehicles, and more to help your business grow. Stop by U.S. Bank for straight business talk that makes sense. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Loan subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. See banker or usbank.com for details. Member FDIC.
Leave a message, and I will call you back as soon as I can.
Hey, honey, it's me. Listen, I kind of slid into a snowbank on the way home.
Looks like I'm going to be a little bit late for dinner. Happy anniversary.
Winter weather can slow you down. But Les Schwab has the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. And with our best tire value promise, every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection and care. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Start of the fourth quarter, OSAA 3A Football State Championship semifinal number 1 of 2 to be played this afternoon and into the evening from Summit High School in Bend. The Dayton Pirates and Nyssa Bulldogs tied at 13 apiece. Dayton trying to be the high school version of the nearby Linfield Wildcats with back-to-back appearances in their respective championship. Linfield a dominant college program, but Nyssa from Eastern Oregon trying to stop it. Second down and 11, deep in the territory. Wagstaff, the quarterback for Nyssa, drops back. He's under pressure, and he's brought down back at the 3-yard line. Wagstaff sacked and a loss of about 3.
A nice job by number 51 for Dayton, Mitchell White, a junior, 5'10", 190 pounds, being very aggressive and almost getting a safety.
So third down and about 14. The ball placed between the 3 and the 4. This is not a very good situation for any offense. As Nyssa breaks the huddle, sends 2 receivers either side, and it keeps Buckholz as the deep back. Wagstaff gets under center and sends motion left to right. Nyssa going right to left offensively in the 4th. Getting pressured, throwing it out and far side, incomplete, and a penalty marker comes out in the end zone. There was a receiver, Dalton Conant, on the far side, but that ball was thrown so far out of bounds that the referee throws the flag and is going to claim intentional grounding in the end zone, which results in a safety.
And that's unfortunate. It was a very smart play. He had a receiver in the area, and obviously it's a judgment call, but just a smart play and not taking the safety, not forcing the interception.
And I thought with Conant, again, in the area, the ball was thrown a long ways out of bounds, but Conant was still, I mean, the ball exited about the 10-yard line. Conant was about the 10-yard line. It's just, it was about, not 15 yards, about 5 yards out of bounds.
Well, you're told, you can't say, oh, I'm going to make it, try to hit the sideline. You have to chuck that ball out of bounds because you don't want any chance of it being picked or your arm getting hit, and then it's a short, it's a pick for a touchdown. So you're going to chuck that ball.
So a safety gives Dayton a 15-13 lead with 11:08 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a big break for the Dayton Pirates as they'll get the ball back as well.
U.S. Bank has been proud to sponsor the OSA State Championship since 1984. Whether you're buying a car, consolidating bills, or paying for one of life's unexpected surprises, U.S. Bank has great rates on loans and lines of credit tailored to meet your needs. Stop in and see what U.S. Bank has to offer. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. See banker for details, subject to normal credit approval. Installment loans and lines of credit offered by U.S. Bank National Association, Equal Housing Lender, and member FDIC.
The safety results in 2 points for Dayton, which now has a 15-13 lead. 11:08 left in the fourth quarter, and the ensuing kickoff is teed up at the 20-yard line. Nyssa about to kick it from its own 20, right to left. The deepest returner for Dayton is back at the 27.
And most people punt in this situation, but they must believe in their kicker.
As it's put on the tee and sent down by Martinez at the 30-yard line. Here comes Dayton, left to right with Oscar Rosas. He works it to the far side, 35, to the numbers 40, 50-yard line, has some blockers in front of him, and is wrapped up. The ball came free at the 40-yard line. There's a scramble for it at the 38 on the Nyssa side of the field. And Dayton comes out with it.
Dayton appears to be very fortunate on this return. And along with Nyssa, they went with the kick. It's hard to cover that much ground. But nice job for Dayton recovering that fumble.
And it looked like Matt Scholdes came out with the football after the return from Oscar Rosas from 130 to the other side of the field on the 40. And then he nearly lost it after the 30-yard return. So Dayton has the football with a 15-13 lead starting from the Nyssa 38-yard line. 10:57 on the fourth quarter clock. Left to right goes the Dayton offense. Pistol formation. Handoff through the middle. And this time it's Tyler Clark getting the call, and he's pushed back after a limited gain of about 1. The pistol formation is a setup designed to do what? Why is it an advantage to have the quarterback and kind of the backfield all jumbled like that?
Well, you still allow running backs to go in front of you, so you can read option, you can play action pass, but the ball gets to you quicker than being in the shotgun.
Instead of about 7 yards behind the ball, the quarterback lines up 3 or 4 yards behind the ball. And in this case with Dayton's pistol, Wilkins, the fullback, is about 1.5 yards off the ball and 1.5 yards in front of the quarterback. Darren Ashley, who gets the snap, had to hop up to get it, brings it down, gives it to Tyler Clark, and he loses 2 yards. Again, Tyler Osborne leads the way. The linebacker who's played so well stops Clark for a loss of 2. It's back to 3rd and 10.
And I think you'll see the pistol mainly about 5 yards, but you're going to see a lot of number 66, Blanchard. You're going to see a lot of Clark. You're going to see a lot of those same linebackers being in on these tackles, and it's particularly Osborne for Nyssa.
9:43 and counting. The Dayton cheerleaders have come up off the track and are stomping on the metal bleachers and the walkway in front of their fans. 3rd down and 10 for Dayton. 2 receivers right, tight end to the left. And that pistol formation with a lot of movement from the Nyssa defensive front.
It looks like they saw movement up from the offense.
38-yard line was the line of scrimmage. And it's offside against Nyssa. And a pickup of 5 yards goes from a 3rd and 10 to a 3rd and 5.
Good discipline by Dayton.
3rd down and 5. Dayton, after the safety to get the lead, trying to convert a 3rd down and 5, 1 for 6 on 3rd downs tonight, are the Dayton Pirates. Same formation, 2 receivers left, 1 tight end to the right. Setting up the screen, lobbing it up, incomplete. Tyler Clark did not have as much freedom as he would have hoped with Derek Elquezabal right up against him. The pass is incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, nice play by Derek Elquezabal. He just needs to go back to the huddle and not get a penalty.
4th down and 5 in this game. The teams are combined 3 of 4 on 4th down conversion attempts. Dayton in the game 2 for 3, got 2 for 2 on their first drive. That resulted in a score and a 6-yard Tyler Clark run. Since Darren Ashley ran
Stand by, the feed will be reconnected shortly.
Surprised he didn't go with toss pass.
34-yard line is where the Dayton drive ends, as it was a 4th and 5, and the pass was completed for only about 3 yards, and Nyssa takes over on downs. The Nyssa Bulldogs have the ball back, trailing 15-13, and on the first down play, it's a run through the middle by Nyssa's John Lucero. He gets popped after a cane past the 40 and up to the 42. A rush of 7 yards for Lucero on first down.
Nice job by Jared Ashley to come up and make that tackle. The 6'2", 165-pound sophomore linebacker.
Nyssa takes over from its own 34. And that first play on the 3rd possession of the second half for Nyssa sets up 2nd and short. 2 receivers right, offset eye, rolling right. Wagstaff, the quarterback, throws, completes it. The catch is made on the far side by Andrew Clark. He has a first down and is pushed out after a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice job by Clark there. And I really like how the quarterback, Wagstaff, gets his shoulder squared to the line and puts that ball at the outside pec. Nice job and good protection by his offensive line.
8:23 in the 4th quarter. Dayton 15, Nyssa 13. Dayton was stopped going for it on a 4th and 5 at the Nyssa 34-yard line. Only gained 3, needed 5, so Nyssa takes over on downs. Has a 1st and 10 from the right side hash mark and shifts some personnel. Nyssa sends Damian Olvera to the right side of the formation. 2 receivers that direction, short side. Handoff through the middle. Collision at the line of scrimmage, and the ball comes free. The ball came free. And it's still Nyssa's ball. The run was by Lucero, and he was hit hard from one of the second-level guys for Dayton.
Yeah, and it was number 32, Tyler Clark, that came up and walloped him. It was like he was running the ball because Nyssa had pulled number 74, Brendan Sundquist, for a trap, and he saw that guard pull, and he just went right now to the left side.
There was a signal pointing the direction, the end zone toward which Nyssa is going, but still the officials talking about something right where the new line of scrimmage would be. The clock frozen at 7:49 left in regulation. 15-13, Nyssa has the ball, trailing by 2 to the Dayton Pirates. Shadowed trees outside of the far side fence that has a Central Oregon sunset of pink and orange and other colors. As the sun goes down, the lights are on at Summit High School. And now a conversation with the Nyssa sideline, and then running to the near side to talk to Dayton head coach Brody Unger. The conversations about who has the ball, and now Dayton is given the football. So again, the initial signal that I saw from one of the referees in the black hat looked like it pointed toward Nyssa, and instead the first turnover of the game happens with under 8 to play in regulation. Dayton has the football and the fumble by Lucero.
And those are the kind of plays you wish you had some instant replay, because they call it one way and they change it the other. It's tough on both, the team that doesn't get the ball.
Dayton has the lead and now has the football, up 15-13. First and 10 from the Nyssa 49. Pitch play to the right. Tyler Clark gets away from one defender, moves it forward down the near side numbers, and rather Connor Spivey the carry, and he has a short gain of maybe a half yard, tackled on the near sideline.
Yeah, and you're going to honor Spivey, and they're going to be going against Osborne and the linebacker crew from Nyssa, and that's going to be the battle right now to try to run that clock down.
We were promised a running game. Now's the time for Dayton to execute it as they send Corwin Hyatt to the left side of the field. Right side split out, Jared Ashley. Kevin Wilkins leads the way for Connor Spivey. Quick snap on 2nd and 9, and Spivey down the hash marks on which the ball was snapped for a quick gain of 4.
Yeah, and again, Blanchard sliding down the line and making a huge stop.
Big third down for the Nyssa defense, trailing 15-13. Clock winds past the 6:50 mark in the fourth quarter. Third down and 5. This time Ashley and Hyatt go to the same side. Ashley the middle receiver, Hyatt split out. Wing back right, Wilkins. Shotgun snap for Darren Ashley. Keeps it on the read. Sidesteps a man, and he's close, but short of the first down. Ashley kept it himself, the quarterback. Darren Ashley rushes to the 40-yard line. Needed 5. He gets 4.
That was an impressive play that Olvera came in for Blanchard to try to give him a break, and did a nice job fighting down the line for that.
Nyssa has a chance to stop Dayton on 4th down. 4th and 1 from the Nyssa 40. Dayton working left to right. Players on the near sideline, namely Tyler Clark, jumping up and down, raising his arms to the air to try to get the crowd into it. This time, Ashley split right. Hyatt to the left. 4th and 1, pistol formation. 7 in the box for Nyssa, and a timeout taken by the Dayton Pirates. 5:43 left, fourth quarter. Dayton 15, Nyssa 13. Take a break for our local stations. This is the OSAA Radio Network.
Blue Water Drilling Company is proud to sponsor the Dayton Pirates in their quest for the state championship. And at Blue Water Drilling, we've been proud to serve our Yamhill County customers for over 40 years. Hi, this is Dave. Remember, no two wells are alike, but the quality you get remains the same. For a free estimate or advice about your groundwater needs, call us at 503-868-7878. Blue Water Drilling. Since 1964, you get quality because we care.
When you ship or mail, do it the easy way at Mac Pack and Ship. FedEx, DHL, and USPS authorized shippers with the packaging supplies and expertise to do it right. More than a decade of experience in the retail shipping industry, Mac Pack and Ship is a local family-owned business with a concern on doing it right and providing superior customer service. They offer shipping, packaging, mailbox rentals, wide-format printing, copies, and notary service. Hey, no job is too big or too small. They make it easy for you. Next to Albertsons and Mac, it's Mac Pack and Ship.
4th and 1 for Dayton from the 40-yard line, going through the middle, and an easy first down pickup to the 35-yard line. Dayton moves the chains. Who was the ball carrier on that particular play?
Spivey. He was very impressive. Ran this pad level down, and Clark's amazing over here cheering on his teammate because that 190-pound back's hard to bring down on a 4th and 1.
So a 4th down conversion for Dayton. 1st and 10 to the Nyssa 35. Dayton up 15-13 in the game. Spivey running left side and is grabbed from behind, then hit from the front by Osborne after a pickup of 1 to the left side hash marks at the 34.
Yeah, and a nice job by number 24, Josh Buchholz, also to be in their very active linebacker core. They know who's going to be getting the ball right now. They're just going to have to contain him. Be interesting to see if Dayton gambles here with any kind of a toss pass or reverse.
Dayton leads 15-13 under 5 to play in regulation, getting a safety on an intentional grounding call against the Nyssa quarterback, Austin Wagstaff, in the end zone. That was earlier this quarter. One receiver to either side. Fullback, running back with the quarterback in pistol. Pitch right, Spivey. Nice step inside the defender. Penalty marker comes out past the 30-yard line, and Spivey's tackled at the 28. Gain of 6, but a holding call against Dayton.
Yeah, the lineman, number 57 for Dayton, anticipated that ball. Cade Stahl was anticipating the play to go outside, but Spivey did a nice job planting his foot and turned up inside, but it threw off the block of his lineman.
We're inside a booth. There's about 6 of them in this press box. I believe coaches for Dayton are to our left because this wall just moved after the penalty marker. As you got the wood paneling inside the facility for Summit High School, a holding call against Dayton, a fairly clean game. That's just the 3rd penalty for Dayton. This has been penalized 3 times unofficially, stops the clock with 4:36, and now a 2nd down from the 47 of Nyssa. The first down markers at the 26. 2nd down and 21 for the Dayton Pirates, trying to get back to the state championship for a 2nd year in a row. 2 receivers left, and tight end right. One running back with the quarterback, Darren Ashley. High snap, quickly throws out to the far side. Catch is made, and getting free, Jared Ashley is able to scoot through and keep the ball moving forward and is down at the 40-yard line.
And that was an impressive play by Darren Ashley and Jared Ashley. That was quite impressive. The snap was high. The catch, had to catch that ball on the move, and it was a little bit high.
7-yard gain on the quick screen out to the left side. And it's a completed pass, so the clock continues to move. 15-13.
Should I say it? He went to Jared? Oh, okay.
Clark had a rushing touchdown in the first half for Dayton. Castro a rushing touchdown for Nyssa. It was tied 7-7. Both teams scored, but had the PATs blocked on their first drives of the second half. The safety the difference. 3rd down snap in shotgun. Darren Ashley stepped up, got away from a defender back at the 45. He's still on his feet, gets rid of another defender at the 40, and runs forward and is shoved out just shy of the 35. Picks up about 4 yards on the running play. Had to run a long way, but it's still 4th and long.
And that was such an amazing run. Had 2 actual defenders that were actually going to grab him, just kind of stiff-darned him in the chest and broke out. And then I was impressed by number 2 coming up from Nyssa, John Bates, all the way from the safety spot, running that alley. And it's nice to see a sophomore that big be that aggressive.
Only downside, he went out of bounds, so the clock stopped. 3:23, and a punt for Dayton. High snap brought down. Lalo Vargas gets it away with pressure coming from his left, kicks it to the far side of the field, and the ball rolls out at the 21-yard line. A punt of 17 yards marked out officially at the 22, and Nyssa trailing 15-13 takes over from its own 22-yard line.
Lalo Vargas did a great job like a goalie, just pooch punting that to get it off because Olsen would have had a block had he taken another half step.
Yeah, it was very close. 3:17 remaining in the 4th quarter for the Nyssa Bulldogs. down 15-13. One receiver either side, Wagstaff under center. Play action, has someone to his right, so he starts running to his left, and at the 20-yard line moves it forward, and in the middle of the field able to pick it up to the 25-yard line. Wagstaff doing a good job to move the football before being tackled by Alvarez with pressure coming at him. Two receivers now to the right side. High-tempo offense for Nyssa with under 3 to play in the fourth quarter. Drop back, Wagstaff with two receivers to his right. Looking that direction. Pumps, drops back again, throws, and a catch by Bates on a back shoulder throw is completed at the 45-yard line for the Nyssa Bulldogs. A pass play of about 20 yards. Bates came back to get the ball on a first down for Nyssa. Impressive play by the tall sophomore to move the chains. And quick snap, handoff to midfield and passed into Dayton territory. The run goes to the 46. And that's a first down carry of 8 yards. And Nyssa continues to move the ball late on the run by Buckholz. Clock down to 2:20 and counting. Nyssa doesn't waste time. Gets up to the line of scrimmage after picking up 8 yards. 2nd and 2 from the Dayton 46. Straight drop on a 3-step. Wagstaff has to roll to his right now. No one's open downfield, and he throws it away as he's tossed down by the linebacker, Tony Alvarez.
Another solid play by Tony Alvarez and that linebacker crew. And the quarterback had good protection, slid to the right, squared his shoulders, and made a smart play and threw it out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Nyssa trails 15-13. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The incompletion stops the clock. Just the fourth possession for Nyssa in the second half, and only the fifth overall. Only had one play and then the end of the half on their final possession of first, or really just the 8th possession of the game. Nyssa has never led in the game and trail now because of a safety. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, 3rd and 2. Good pickup of a blitz in the backfield. Throwing right, tipped off one, and then another receiver's hands and incomplete. The last chance was Bates at the 35-yard line, and it was intended, it appeared, for Clark on the far side about the 40.
And Damon Olvera in that offensive line, Damian Olvera, they're doing a good job providing protection. They're getting used to him rolling to his right, so it'll be interesting to see if he stays in the pocket this time.
For the Bulldogs,
a 4th down and 2 for Nyssa. Minute 57 left in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, and a deep back behind Wagstaff. From the Dayton 46-yard line, a 4th and 2, and a timeout taken from the Nyssa sideline. Timeout, Nyssa. Minute 57 left in the fourth. 15-13, Dayton leads on the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
The OSAA Foundation is making great strides in enhancing the future of Oregon high school activities. From getting kids out for activities, keeping them safe while playing, or helping schools develop new programs, the OSAA Foundation is here to assist. Since 2005, the OSAA Foundation has donated over $1 million to member schools. Find out more information and how you can get involved at osaafoundation.org.
Work's a breeze ever since you hired Pacific Office Automation and Sharp to analyze and streamline our whole document workflow.
But just our workflow, Barry. No one outside of this cubicle is enjoying the benefits of a 24-hour IT services help desk, print tracking, and a beautiful document management system, all tailored to fit the very petite size of our operation and budget.
It's like we have our own small business. Brian, you're a genius.
Pacific Office Automation and Sharp. Copy, print, workflow, and IT. Problem solved.
4th and 2 for the Nyssa Bulldogs from the Dayton 46-yard line. Handoff, Supermaning, leaping, trying to get it to the 44. And it's very close to a first down on the jumping effort by Buckholz. Very much in spots, and it's enough for a first down without the measurements. 15-13, Dayton leads Nyssa. Nyssa converts the 4th and 2.
For over 55 years, Les Schwab Tires has been committed to providing their customers most of their tire dollar. Price, value, and selection. Les Schwab Tires doing the right thing since 1952.
And Buckholz appeared to be shaken up. He's now running off to the far side, and he's down on all fours as he jumped up and was hit hard, but looked like he had achieved the first down. I'm surprised there wasn't a measurement, but I am not surprised it was a first down. The effort was good for the Nyssa Bulldogs. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. 1st and 10 from the 44 of Dayton. 1 deep back behind Wagstaff. He drops, steps up, flushed, works to his left, tucks it under, and spun down across the 40 and is marked down at the 38. Wagstaff able to pick up 6 yards as he was chased by several Dayton players.
Yeah, and Kate Stahl had him wrapped up and twisting him around. He actually got really fortunate because Tyler Clark was coming like a locomotive, and he actually got spun away from the hit.
Minute 5, snap, 2nd and 6, rolling to the right. Wagstaff gets a block on the edge, approaches the line of scrimmage, throws, and near the 31, a reception's made for Nyssa. The catch is by Andrew Clark. No, on the far side, it's a tight end, Conant. First down, pass completion to the 31, out of bounds, and Nyssa with 57 seconds is trailing 15-13, but has moved the ball to the Dayton 31-yard line. A 1st and 10 snap from there. 1 receiver either side, make it 2 on the right. 3 total. Wagstaff, 5-step drop, throwing left, out route, and incomplete, intended for Andrew Clark, about the 20-yard line. Coverage by Tyler Clark for Dayton.
And that was a nice play for the quarterback. He put that ball on the outside away from the defender. It was just a tough catch for number 21, Andrew Clark.
52 seconds left. Clock stops on the incompletion. Dayton took the lead 2 drives ago. Nyssa was called for intentional grounding in the end zone, breaking a 13-13 tie. Nyssa down 15-13, going right to left at the 31 from the right hash mark. 2nd down and 10. Trio of receivers right, 1 to the left. Wagstaff has a 4-man rush, picked up, throwing, going for the end zone, near side, incomplete. Intended for Andrew Clark. And the coverage was there by Chase Young. 3rd and 10.
It took guts to make that call and to throw that ball. That was a beautiful call, beautiful pass, and he almost had it in good coverage by Dayton.
Pass was just about a yard in front of him, reaching out with the hands. 3rd and 10, 45 seconds. Right side receiver, Castellanos. 1 receiver left as well. Play action, Wagstaff throws and drops out of the hands of Conant near the 1st down marker. It's 4th and 10. 40 seconds remaining. Nyssa trailing 15-13 with the football. Winner goes to the state championship game. Dayton trying to do it in back-to-back years. The Nyssa Bulldogs trying to do it for the first time in a long time, and a timeout taken by Nyssa. Not since 2006 has Nyssa been in the state title game. Timeout called for by the Bulldogs. And a 4th down and 10 play in the second game of 3 in the semifinals. Let's do this. We're overdue. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. We want to pause 10 seconds, and then we'll get to the 4th and 10 play along the OSAA radio network.
KLYC McMinnville, Newburgh.
Summit High School, 80% darkness. The lights doing the work. In Bend, Oregon, the Nyssa Bulldogs trying to score late. 12th play of this drive that started at the Nyssa 22 with 3:17 left. About to take place at the Dayton 31. 4th and 10 with 40 seconds left. Nyssa down 15-13. 5 receivers set, 3 of which are to the left. Now motion from the right. Wagstaff, the quarterback, throws over the middle. Caught by the sophomore Bates. He has the first down, 15-yard line, and keeps going outside to the 13-yard line. First down. First down for the Nyssa Bulldogs and the pickup of 16.
And the pressure had been on Nyssa, but now it's on Dayton's defense.
Second fourth down conversion on the drive. 1st and 10 from the 14 of Dayton. 30 seconds. The clock winds. Snap. Throw to the end zone. Goal line. Caught. In. Touchdown. Nyssa. And the Bulldogs have the lead on the touchdown reception by Conant. 19-15. Nyssa leads.
That was unbelievable, the patience and guts of that quarterback to hang in there and make those throws in that situation. Great job.
The far sideline is the one that's loud. The near sideline, the Dayton Pirates shocked. Timeout Nyssa before the extra point attempt. Both teams had a PAT blocked. Nyssa had fallen behind on the intentional grounding call in the end zone. That resulted in a safety that gave Dayton, at the time, a 15-13 lead. But a 14-yard reception by Conant in the end zone caps off the Nyssa drive. 2 minutes, 51 seconds. It was 12 plays and 78 yards. Nyssa has the lead, 19-15, and took a timeout to figure out how to approach the point after touchdown or the 2-point conversion attempt. We'll drop off our MOTA players of the game to the stats department on the very end of the press box, and then we'll give you our players of the game in the post-game show. Nyssa going for 2, has 2 receivers left, 1 to the right and a deep back. Wagstaff goes under center, tight end left, looks left, rolls right, throws out route, and it's incomplete. Intended on the far side for one of the Nyssa receivers. And it appeared to be Castellanos. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. 26 seconds left. Dayton trails Nyssa 19-15. And Dayton hasn't used all of its timeouts, but that's a long way to go in 26 seconds. We have seen a kickoff return of 56 yards tonight by Jared Ashley, the return man for Dayton.
And he's been getting the ball in good position, so I would anticipate that they're going to squib the ball here. It'd be interesting to see what they do.
12 plays, 78 yards on the Nyssa go-ahead drive of 2 minutes, 51 seconds. The winner meets Vale or Cascade Christian. That game is next. 7 o'clock scheduled kickoff on the OSAA radio network. J.P. Martinez is the freshman kicker for Nyssa, teeing it up at the 40-yard line. And he'll boot it away right to left. 2 returners back for Dayton around the 18-yard marker of the soccer markings, which go across the 8-yard line to our left. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nyssa 19, Dayton 15. Right-footed kicker puts it on the ground. At the 30, it's scooped up by an up man. 35, there's opening on the right side to the 40, to the 45, and tackled just shy of midfield. The return by Kevin Wilkins gives Dayton the football at the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield with 20 seconds left.
That game not over. Beautiful job there by Dayton.
19 seconds remaining. And 51 yards to go for a go-ahead score. There's an injured player near the Dayton sideline at about the 49, right at where the return was over. And both teams on the field, as well as on each sideline, take a knee.
And he is moving. It appears to be some lower leg injury.
The near sideline also in silence, not only because of the injury, but because Dayton had the lead and just lost it a moment ago. Now clap as it is Wilkins who returned the kick, being helped up to his feet and not choosing to put his left foot on the ground. Instead uses his arms over the shoulders of two people to get taken off the field. So Dayton does not have its starting fullback. Wilkins injured on the return for a 1st and 10 play at its own 49, down 19-15. The junior, Darren Ashley, sends high left along with Jared Ashley. Also a near side receiver, makes it the 3-receiver set. Snap. Darren Ashley spins the ball, throws left and too far out in front, intended for Hyatt, incomplete about the Nyssa 42, 16 seconds left.
Yeah, and Darren knew when he threw the ball, as soon as it left his hand, he knew he'd put it too far outside. He was trying to be safe and allow the receiver to run it out of bounds, but lucky for them, it's only 2nd down, and that only took 3 seconds.
16 seconds remaining from the 49 on Dayton's side. Dayton has the football going left to right, trying to make back-to-back title games. Hyatt comes near side this time. Young goes on the far side. Jared Ashley, slot receiver right. From the right hash mark, Darren Ashley in shotgun. Modest rush from Nyssa. Deep ball, throwing, near sideline, looking for Jared Ashley, leaping up. The grab is made by the defender, and it's intercepted. Nyssa with Angel Castellanos picks off the football, and Nyssa has it back.
Bulldog call.
Intercepted by Castellanos at the 14-yard line on the Nyssa side.
14-yard line.
First turnover for the Dayton Pirates the entire night. And now Nyssa has a 1st and 10 with 9 seconds remaining to try to close out the 19-15 lead to a 19-15 win. Nyssa's senior quarterback, Austin Wagstaff, under center. Shifting personnel and brings Castellanos back behind him. Kneel down for Wagstaff. And Dayton not calling timeout. The Nyssa Bulldogs are off to the 3A football state championship game next weekend. Final score, 19-15. Nyssa comes from behind to win the game. We'll wrap it up when we come back. Our post-game show is next. We'll name our Motive Players of the game and get some final thoughts as Nyssa wins 19-15 over the Dayton Pirates. We'll take our break now.
Golden Valley Restaurant and Brewery is celebrating 20 years of serving you the best times and locally produced food in Yamhill County. Golden Valley Restaurant and Brew Pub at 980 Northeast 4th Street in McMinnville is local. Locally brewed refreshment, fresh local produce. Steak specials every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Golden Valley Restaurant and Brew Pub opens daily at 11, open till 9 p.m. Sunday, and most weekdays open till 10 Friday and Saturday. High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road. There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Son have a heritage of helping Yamhill County residents in their hour of need. Macy & Son have been serving families here since 1903. 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Son, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. At the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, call Macy & Son, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County with funeral needs. Are you looking for a car but you want a reliable, good used car you can afford? If that's what you're looking for, there is a new auto dealer in town, Christensen Auto Sales.
We're selling affordable cars, nothing on the lot over $59.95. We can finance anyone in-house, buy here, pay here. Credit needs fixed, we can take care of that. Get you in a nice car, dependable car with low monthly payments.
Christensen Auto Sales, 3080 Northeast Highway 99W near Cascade Steel in McMinnville. Call 503-687-2080. That's 687-2080.
Each team huddled on one side of the field. The Dayton Pirates fans matriculate from the near side stands out to meet their team at the end zone on the right. For the Dayton Pirates, a 15-13 lead goes away in the final drive by the Nyssa Bulldogs as Nyssa is victorious in the OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires 3A Football State Championship semifinal. Final score, Nyssa 19, Dayton 15. Nyssa improves to 12-0 on the year and will play for its first state championship since 2006. And for Dayton, an 11-1 end to the year. The final record for the Pirates, 11-1, and their hope for a back-to-back appearance in the 3A state title game ends tonight by a 19-15 final. Ryan Goff, Jim Lockwood. Jim, give us our MOTA players of the game. The OSAA proud to partner with MOTA in honoring one player from each team as the MOTA players of the game.
I'm sure that Brody Ungers, the head coach for Dayton, is very proud of many players. It was hard to choose between Darren Ashley and Tyler Clark and Connor Spivey, but we went with Tyler Clark. Excellent game on both sides of the ball and really allowed his team to take some time of possession, and he ran really hard, and he should be really proud of his efforts today. On the other side of the ball, it was difficult between John Bates and Austin Wagstaff and Tyler Osborne and Cameron Blanchard, but Austin Wagstaff, at the end of that game, the way he squared his shoulders and really carried his team and made those tough throws, Austin Wagstaff did an excellent job.
Congratulations to these players on a great game. Thanks to MOTA for sponsoring this recognition program. MOTA, where health matters. So Dayton ends the year with a record of 11-1. Some quick numbers, unofficial numbers. Dayton finishes the game with 237 total yards. Nyssa ran for 65 yards. Dayton rushed for 135, a 3.9 yard per carry average for the Pirates. 102 passing yards for Dayton, 162 for Nyssa. And fourth down conversions key in this game. It started off with Dayton converting 2 for 2 on its opening drive, finished the game unofficially 3 for 5, but Nyssa was 3 for 3 on fourth down conversions and had a couple of key moments on that final drive as it ended on a 12-play, 78-yard effort by the Nyssa Bulldogs, 2:51 off the clock, and capped off on a touchdown pass from Austin Wagstaff to Dalton Conant of 14 yards to win the game 19-15 in the game. Tyler Clark did have a rushing touchdown for Dayton, as well as a reception for a score by Darren Ashley, a 23-yard run. The two scores for Dayton, in addition to the safety forced by the pass rush of the Dayton Pirates in the end zone. An intentional grounding call against Wagstaff at the time gave Dayton a 15-13 lead with 11:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wagstaff did have a rushing touchdown, as did Austin Castro had a rushing touchdown tonight for Nyssa, as they improved to 12-0, the Nyssa Bulldogs, in next week's OSAA 3A Football State Championship game. They'll meet either Vail or Cascade Christian. That's our next broadcast along the OSAA radio network. We invite you back to osaa.org about 7 o'clock tonight. The coordinating producer of the OSAA radio network is Bob Akamian. Our final score, the Nyssa Bulldogs 19, the Dayton Pirates 15. We appreciate you joining us from Summit High School in Bend, Oregon. Congratulations to Nyssa as the Bulldogs advance to next Saturday's championship game. See osaa.org for game time and location. For Jim Lockwood, I'm Ryan Goff. Thanks to you for listening, and we look forward to having fun with you again soon along the OSAA radio network. Goodbye, everybody.
The Oregon School Activities Association thanks you for listening to this OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. US Bank proud to celebrate its 28th year of supporting OSAA state championships. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of an OSAA state championship event.
What are you saving for? It's a good question because big dreams are financed by smart savings, and there's no better time to start saving than when you're young. That's why First Federal waives monthly service fees and minimum balance requirements for account holders under 18 years of age. So skip or run to First Federal because your big dreams of tomorrow really do start with saving today. Your friends at First Federal are ready to help you invest in your tomorrows. First Federal. We're here for
for you. If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville.
Let's get a check on traffic with Rachel.
Thanks, Dan. It's a mess out there. This storm is making today's commute a real nightmare.
Cars are just slipping and sliding all over the road.
Winter weather can slow you down, but Les Schwab has the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. And with our best tire value promise, every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection and care. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.